Okay, we're recording. Hi Peachy, how you doing?
I'm good, Mal. How are you?
Very, very good. Now look, I wanted to just have a quick word about three of the high-flying teams today. And they are VRDL, Victoria, CRDL, Canberra, and Sun State. Now, these are traditionally the big three with some challenges, but they're really the main game, these three leagues.
Yeah, definitely. They're the ones who have really been consistently, stepping it up and challenging themselves. And it'll be really interesting to see where they place this weekend. I think all three of them have won all of their games so far.
Absolutely. I've just got some scores from the first game each of them played today, and it sort of sets where their standard is. VRDL against United Brisbane, 317-19. And that's pretty impressive. Okay, then we have Sun State versus my home, Newcastle, which was 264-36. And Newcastle is one of the older leagues as well. So that shows where Sun State is this year. And CRDL versus PCR, 330-26. So we've got these huge blowout scores against not shabby competitors in the first round.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see the score differential from Canberra City Rollers and Brisbane City's Punk Lockers, considering their placing at the last slam. I think they came fourth?
Somewhere thereabouts, yeah.
Somewhere in the top 10. So it was very interesting to see. 2 years, teams change a lot. Particularly those top run players, those top run leagues, how much they've changed over the years, and where that positions them 2 years later in the TGSS ladder, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard talk that Sun State are confident this is the best team that they've ever put together. So they've got some confidence, and that seems to be borne out by their initial results. But VRDL has had this training regime that is just, I won't say crazy, because it's so admirable. They've actually been going overseas to play against Texas, maybe some other American teams that will really treat them hard, just so they get the experience at that level. And you've got to stand back and take note of a team that's doing that.
Definitely. I know watching some of their WFTDA games online, watching them against Bay Area was like this parallel universe where Victoria isn't the best, but they are definitely becoming contenders. I think they're 35th in the world at the moment, and obviously they're the only league in Australia that have a WFTDA ranking. We have a lot of apprentice leagues here in Australia, but they're the only ones to be playing overseas. So I know that they'll be wanting to have very high leads in all of their games, and definitely not coasting with any of these teams, because teams like Canberra and Sun State are really kind of stepping it up. And when you talk about SSRG are having the best tournament, they actually have 10 skaters from the Team Australia roster on their team now.
And that's more than any other team.
Yeah, so VRDL only have 7, but granted SSRG has actually been able to have an advantage of having 3 new transfer skaters from Team Australia come onto their team to really be cohesive and work together. So having almost half of Team Australia on SSRG means that SSRG is going to work really strong, but also those players are going to take really great skills to the Team Australia team. And I had the pleasure of watching them train last night, and it was intense, but nothing revolutionary about what they did, but they do it with such intenseness, and they do it so quickly. And there's focus there that I haven't seen anywhere else in any kind of league, because was intense.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, so they are looking to not only take that place from Sydney, but also come in the top 3. So it'll be really interesting to see where they place. They've won 2 for 2 today, so they're just waiting on the final results to see who else they play today to get into the final. But I'm feeling very confident.
Yeah. Well, VRDL is standing very much apart from Australian Derby at the moment. I can't remember the last time that Vice City Rollers from Canberra or Sun State actually played VRDL. So I've got no barometer to measure against.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time the Vice City Rollers played Victoria was actually against their B team, and they only lost by like 50 points, which when you're taking a point differential from a very high-ranking league, that's actually kind of a win in their books, but that was again against their B team. So it's been a long time since we've played Victoria, but also I think it's also been a while since SSRG played Victoria as well.
The counter-wise, in your relationship with Canberra, Canberra has played Sun State not that long ago.
So Vice City actually played SSRG we had held our own Skate of the Anzac tournament on the Anzac Day weekend, so in April. And at halftime, Vice City were actually leading, not by a lot, but in the lead against the number 2 ranking league in Australia. So that says how every time we play them, the scores become closer and closer. And even though that game got away from us, I feel very confident that we can bring it even closer, and I think they can win it this weekend. I feel very confident. I think it's being realistic. I definitely think it's possible.
Well, I think that's pretty much all that we have to say about these 3 leading leagues who are here this weekend. We'll be bringing you more news throughout the weekend, and